Hello, everybody. I am back today with, sadly, my last summer Scrappin season video with the amazing Caitlin Clary. This has been such a fun series, and I'd love to know in the comments below if you'd like us to bring it back again next summer. I am going to share with you a fun technique for making bubbles. So many bubbles. I'm starting with a circle die set. I traced the circle dies, all the different sizes, onto a sheet of heavy cardstock. I am using gesso white Materica cardstock from the Cardstock Warehouse. This brand Materica cardstock, it comes in lots of different colors over on their website, and I absolutely love it. My usual go-to American Crafts coconut swirl cardstock has been out of stock, and so I have been using and trying this cardstock out, and I love it. I will link it down below. It's super thick. It's beautiful. It takes all this water I'm about to put on it so well. So once I had all of the circles traced, I chose 3 Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. I chose a bright fuchsia pink, a lovely blue, and a yellow. I am going around the edge of each of these circles, a little bit with the red, or the pink, a little bit with the yellow, a little bit with the blue, and then I'm just grabbing a water brush and I'm filling in the rest of that beautiful bubble with all the colors. So I'm just adding water. Once I am finished coloring in all of these gorgeous bubbles, I am going to erase my pen marks with a Tombow sand eraser, which works really, really well. You cannot even tell that I ever drew a circle, which is awesome. This is a really easy and fun way to create bubbles. You could also take any kind of, open, simple shape metal die, and you could play with this technique to create lots of different shapes on your page. It wouldn't have to be circles. I am currently on the lookout for lots of ways to include my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers into scrapbook layouts. I don't like one-trick ponies, and right now, my Zigs are just used to colored stamped images, so I am looking for fun ways to use them in my scrapbooking and use them with some mixed media techniques as well. And this was one that worked really good. And so I can't wait to continue kind of playing with them and see how I can use them across the different paper crafting projects that I do and find new ways to use them. Once I had all of my bubbles colored, I let the paper dry overnight. I actually let it dry under a heavy book overnight, and that kept the warping to a bare minimum. Another reason I really, really am enjoying this cardstock from the Cardstock Warehouse. It took the water beautifully. After I let my background dry overnight and went ahead and erased all of the pencil marks, I am ready to go ahead and build my layout. I'm going to be using Chamel's main character energy, and spoiler alert, I'm actually going to be using main character energy for 3 videos. One today, one tomorrow, and one coming on Sunday. So that's super fun. I am going to go ahead, I fussy cut the bubbles. So I took the paper, that's all the colorful circles, and I just took the bottom little piece of it, and I followed the line of the bubble, they're not bubbles, they're circles, but for this particular layout, they're sort of like bubbles. I fussy cut just across the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and use that at the bottom of my page. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bubbles into place, and then I'm going to map my photo. So I'm going to map my photo in 3 different colors, primarily this like pink and teal papers. I started with scraps, but I did end up using a new sheet from the 6x8 paper pad. And I'm going to go ahead and layer them up with the pinks and the teal colors because it looked so nice. I wanted to add a yellow layer as well, but I ended up, my photo block was plenty big before I got around to the yellow. That's okay. So I just went with the pink and the pretty teal blue color. It's not teal, it's like I'm gonna call it the most perfect shade of blue to go aqua to go with yellow and pink. That's what I'm gonna call it, because it's not really like a blue. It's also not really teal. It's like just beautiful. I love it. It's a really pretty shade. So there is my photos, and I'm going to place them right there, and then I'm going to get to work on my title. For my title, I'm going to just use the purple thickers and one of the stickers from the 6x12 sticker sheet. I'm going to get my photos into place here. I love how this layout turned out. I love those bubbles. They turned out so good. So my title is going to be Yay Bubbles, and I wanted the bubble part to kind of wind its way around those the circles on the pattern paper. So I'm going to move them around a little bit. It didn't work exactly the way I had planned the first time, so I do end up moving the bubbles to a different spot. But this is where they started out going to be. And then I moved them down here because I felt like it made it more readable. The letters weren't at such a harsh angle, and I like the way this looks much better. So I'm just going to put the bubbles down here, and then I have my Yay from the sticker sheet, and I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of that, and that will be my title, Yay Bubbles. I am still fidgeting with Frankenboom and my camera, still getting it at the right spot, and I haven't found the sweet spot yet, but I keep fidgeting with it. It's a process. And but I'm not replacing tables. I love my new table. I love the space. It's looking good. I'm actually in the market and looking for a glass board. I was trying to win one because they're really pricey, but I think I'm just gonna have to go ahead and purchase one eventually. Which is what those amazing affiliate links in the description box are good for, right? I chose some lovely stickers. I'm going to kind of now place like a border of different elements that's going to go kind of across the top here. So I chose things like rainbows and birds. I'm going to go through all of the ephemera pack and kind of choose a couple of things. There were some little areas here that I could squeeze in a puffy sticker. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some puffy stickers into basically anything that seemed outside or colorful is going to work on this page, because I don't have any journaling that I need to do. These are literally just adorable pictures of my niece with her little unicorn bubble maker. That's it. But they were such cute photos. They were perfect for summer scrapping, and so I decided I would go ahead and use them. Oh, and they matched Chamel's main character energy, and that was on my desk when I started creating, so I went with something I could just leave it on my desk for a couple of layouts and get them done. And plus, I absolutely adore this collection. So now I'm getting all those pieces in, and I want to make a little bit of an auxiliary cluster up at the top. These gold phrase thickers are back in stock. If you have not picked them up yet, they are available at a cherry on top. Today is Thursday, and they were just loaded into the store yesterday, which would have been Wednesday, August 30th. And I will link them up in the description box. So if you have been wanting them, I know they have been out of stock for a really long time. I would head over. A Cherry on Top actually just restocked all of their Chamel main character energies. So right now, everything is still there in stock, and you should be able to grab it. I will link what I used on this layout in the description box below. But yes, I thought I would mention that, yes, the phrase stickers right now are in stock over there. And I'm going to use a whole bunch of them on this layout. Once I kind of did that little auxiliary tag up at the top, I was like, oh, I really like the gold. I really like this little pop of sparkle. And so I'm going to go ahead and use some of the hearts and 2 of the larger glittery flowers, and that's going to add a little bit of fun to the page. I also like these elements, like the butterfly and the flower and even the hearts. The different elements that are in the sticker sheet are like open in the back, so whatever you're putting them on top of, they will show through. And so I felt like this type of a background with all the colors on the bubbles would be perfect, because you're not going to lose any of that color from the bubbles. One little accent or detail I'm going to add to this layout, and then it will be done, are these little glitter purple stickles. They're not stickles, they're Nuvo drops, but same difference. Here are all of the close-ups. Make sure to check out Caitlin's video, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.